trophied up. Yeah. Hey, do yo, trophied up. Do your dance when the G's up. Spaced out, got me geeked up. 10 toes on the west, can I beat us? You cannot. Shining every time they meet us. Rack 'em up since 96. Been number one in LA, something like that's the gist.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to a Talking Galaxy. Well, it's just me. It's just me. I'm here to talk Galaxy footy right now. I'm here. It's late night, and I was just like, hey, let's talk some Galaxy ball. We got a game on Sunday. A game the following Saturday, and then this is the schedule. Shout out Galaxy News 101. Pop some questions in the chat. I'm here for a Q&A. I'm here to run a stream. I'm here to run a stream on my own right now. So pop in. My parents are out of town. I'm in a college dorm. So I'm just here, and I was like, hey, let's talk some Galaxy footy, guys. Come on, drop some questions in the chat here. This is a very difficult schedule, by the way. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it here. How many games is this? 7? Do you need a graphic for the surprise stream? Nah, I'm probably gonna take it down low key like afterwards. I don't think this is gonna stay up very long. I don't think this is gonna stay up past tonight, but we're here now, and I appreciate all of you for tuning in on such short notice here. So let's see. Hello, Sean Jr. Let me see. Just getting this set up here. I just got back from the beach. Right now. So, how bad is it? What do you mean? How bad is it? It's the schedule. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, 3 road games in a row. I don't think we're getting many points here, guys. I can't lie to you right now. I think we'll beat Kansas City, but I don't think we're beating the New York Red Bulls or Philadelphia Union. But what a Galaxy thing it'd be to go winless the first 13 games and then beat LAFC in an El Trafico, because that is a game that we usually turn up for when the team's very bad. So it'd be very Galaxy-esque to do that. I will be at San Diego away. I will be driving down to San Diego. I'll make the trip to Snapdragon. I'm excited for that one. I'm going to be in the supporters section as usual. 9 viewers popped in. Dang. Popping in on this short notice is crazy. Yo, applause to all of you. That is crazy. If we lose to Kansas City, Sean needs to oil up. I think we all have to get on a live stream and fulfill that. Galaxy 3. Stop with the Nascimento goal. Sean, let it go. Let it go, man. He's going to get like 5 minutes. He's going to get 5 minutes. I mean, Miguel Berry's getting minutes over him right now. I'm not very high on what Nascimento's done. So it's not. Yeah, no, we're bringing you into it, Tavers. You can't escape this one. I am excited for a lot of the home games. I mean, once we get to the El Trafico, it's going to be home game after home game. It's going to be nice to finally get there. Sean, yeah, I mean, the Winder agenda is kind of, I mean, he's going to be playing with Tabbers. He's going to be playing with Tika in a few years, man. Like, give it up. I mean, Winder's been very disappointing to me. I had him as my breakout player of the year, and after that Herediano away match, I wish so badly I could change my pick for Winder. If I had to pick breakout player of the year right now, it'd be Isaiah Parente, but Raposo supporter. Yeah, I mean, that signing did suck, because I wanted Raposo to come to the Galaxy, but Zonka Galaxy player of the year, sure, man. I mean, might as well at this point. Zonka's been terrible. I was a bit surprised he got the start last match over Zavaleta, who I thought was fine. Zavaleta gets so much unfair criticism. He's fine, man. Like, he's not a great center back, but as a CB4 making league minimum, we can't be complaining too much. But a lot of people are like, oh, coach's son, yeah, or coach's nephew, whatever. Yeah, I mean, he is, but he would also be on another MLS roster right now if he wasn't on ours. So Buckner makes the trip to Kansas City. That'd be fun. That'd be fun. He scored a goal last game for Ventura County, if I'm not mistaken. Well, the last game that he played for Ventura County. So maybe he made the breakthrough. He, TikTok star that man is. We should have kept in Senge. Yeah, that's another, breaking news. We need air horns or something right now. Breaking news is that Senge is a Phoenix Rising player. He went there on loan. Nothing too crazy, but he was the CB5 anyway. I think the Galaxy don't rate him as much as maybe some of the fans do. It was funny. I saw a TikTok on Ventura County's TikTok was like, by the way, their admin is. I have Senge was on an international spot. I don't think so. They probably loaned him down to Ventura County. He might be an international, but there's no way he's taking an international spot this year. Can I sub in for center back? I play center back. I play intramurals. I play intramural center back. So I could fill in. I kept a clean sheet. I was playing keeper, but I kept a clean sheet this week. Come on, man. They need me in goal over John McCarthy. I kept a clean sheet and intramurals. Just kidding, man. Ventura County. Okay, I don't know. I don't know who the admin is. I know who the Galaxy main team admin is. In fact, the Galaxy unfollowed me on Twitter. Okay, nice one, Tabers. Nice one. Okay, you know what? You're so lucky I don't put a picture of your college soccer profile picture right now. You're so lucky. That was the first thing that just snapped into my mind here. I was about to pack buds you. After a red card in my debut, yeah, I did get a red card this intramural season. Anyway, not about me. The Red Bulls are. I've seen people say we're gonna beat the Red Bulls. I don't see it. Harbor Miller commented on your post. Yo, Brandon, you glaze a little too much, man. You glaze a little too much, bro. I can't lie. Red Bulls, I think, will be very determined to get their revenge on the Galaxy. And I see Ant in the chat was talking about how he doesn't think we're going to win until June. I don't think so. I think the Galaxy get their win soon. I think the Galaxy do get their win. I think it could be on the road. So I'm going to tell you a little something. At the start of the season, everyone went to the Galaxy and they're like, we want to beat the defending champions. That's what San Diego did. They came into that clash with the Galaxy like, we're gonna steal all the headlines. You beat the Galaxy now, like 11 games in, nobody cares anymore. Nobody cares. We're bottom of the league. Like we don't have that same defending champions aura we have right now. It's not, it's not really. It's not. Come on, man. I think if teams start to underestimate the Galaxy, that might work in our favor a little more than everyone showing up against the defending champions. Weirdly enough, I feel like the Red Bulls game is the least winnable of all of these. Kansas City aren't a good team. They have an interim head coach boost, and everyone's expecting Dayon to drop a hat trick. Maybe he will. They're not a good team. Terrible team. We're terrible. We're both terrible. Best chance of winning when you play another team that's your quality. And Philadelphia Union, they're in bad form. They started off the season really hot, but because they started with like 3 wins in 3 games. And now I believe they're still somewhere around that mark. I don't think they've done much. Should be Philly, 3rd place. I mean, yeah. Okay. I think they had 4-4. They had 4 wins in 4 games, and they've gotten. I don't know. Maybe I'm not as high on them as I was at the start of the season right now. Kevin Sullivan. Oh, that would be so annoying. Oh no. I don't want to be everywhere over Rising Ballers for the net. That gets so shoved down your throat. 4-3 Galaxy win with Dayon Hattie would have gone crazy. I mean, historically, we don't win in Kansas City. We didn't win last year when we had an actual good team. So maybe it's just destined for us not to win here, but I don't know. I see it. By the way, shout out Sunderland. I'm not wearing the Galaxy kit right now. I'm wearing a Sunderland kit. Shout out Sunderland. I don't actively watch them, but they're the little team I root for in the championship to go to the Prem. But other than that, yeah, we got San Jose at home. I mean, you're looking at 3 rivalry matches in 10 weeks. Did we win at Kansas City last year? I could have swore that was a draw. Really? You're telling me that? Hold up. I may be wrong here. But I remember Zavaleta had a goal. We did win. No, Ant. Incredible call by Ant there. We did win in Kansas City. Was that a Zavaleta game winner? Type of thing? No, it's Mark Delgado. Of course, it's Mark. But Zavaleta started the comeback. I'm not a Zavaleta propagator, by the way. I just feel like I don't know. Sometimes it's hard to balance something when you feel like you're stuck between two things. Do I think Zavaleta is good? No. But I also think that people treat him like he's being paid $1 million a year. Like, chill. Yeah, we did go down 2-0. But let's see. Yeah, drop questions in the chat, guys. Drop questions in the chat. We don't win in Minnesota, but we tear them up at the day. I mean, the Salt Lake game at the end of the month is also very winnable. Salt Lake aren't good to me. I can't gas them up. Honestly, this schedule is not too bad. Like, okay, the road games, these first 3 road games are, but the rivalry games, form doesn't even matter. Like, form does not even matter going into these rivalry games. What are we doing at 300 subs? You're recreating the Sean meme. You've recreated it in person for me multiple times. I think it's time you recreate it for everyone. We need to hit 300 on like a live pod. That would go like a live pod or like a live watch along. That would go. By the way, little plug that we will have a live watch along on Sunday. So if you're here now at 11:45 p.m., please tune in Sunday at 4. We'll probably start it at 3:55 to get us 15 minutes to preview that one. Started at 3:55 on Sunday. Let's see. Could RSL give Vancouver a defeat? Maybe. I mean, that Vancouver loss is looking a little better every day when you see how good they are right now. The fact that we only lost to Vancouver because Zonka is terrible, I can swallow that in Vancouver. That's okay. That's okay to me. Vancouver's in the CCC final. Like, that might have been our best game of the season. I can't cap. That being said, I would expect Vancouver to beat RSL because I think Vancouver is a very good team. And furthermore, I don't know. I feel like Vancouver has a chance in the CCC final. Like, if that game's a blowout, I'll blow my mind. I did not expect Vancouver to be as good as they are this year. Okay, whatever, man. Whatever. I don't want Vancouver to win CCC because there is an elite group of MLS clubs that have won it, and the Galaxy are in that. And people can claim, that was so many years. Shut up, man. We have it. Anybody who tries to use that old trophy excuse on the Galaxy, like, you guys, well, now they can't even say you haven't won recently, but like most of your trophies are like dusty. Buddy, the league is only 30 years old. the league's only 30 years old, and the fans who say it were also bottom of the league 2005 through 2014 before he had to rebrand. So fun things there, but I want to keep that exclusive club of CCC winners exclusive to the Galaxy. Galaxy, Seattle, and DC, if I'm not mistaken. Are DC in that club? I'm pretty sure they are. I think it's only 3. I don't think we're making playoffs. I don't think the points per game we'd have to average now on is pretty much a reflection of what we did last year. And this isn't last year. This isn't close to last year's team. So let's see. What's wrong with Vancouver winning it? They're not our rivals. They'll be a bigger club than LAFC. It's not about that to me. To me, it's about if a Mexican team wins it, nobody bats an eye in America. Nobody cares. Like, Cruises will win it. Cool. It'll blow over almost instantly. Nobody will care. Liga MX wins it. Life carries on. An MLS team wins it. That's why I didn't want Seattle to win it, because they milk it to this day, which is fair. Go ahead, milk it. I'll do the same thing if the Galaxy did. I'll milk this 6th MLS Cup until our 7th. But for the sake of being a Galaxy fan, I want to keep bragging rights for as long as possible. So I don't understand how America's playing LAFC for that last CONCACAF or the Club World Cup spot. The only reason why it would really suck for them to be in the Club World Cup, not that they have a chance, they would never win Club World Cup, but the money that they would get, we should have got. And more importantly, I kind of like the fact that Europeans only think there's one LA team and it's us. Like, I'm cool keeping it that way. I'm totally fine keeping it that way. I'm not an urgent change to keep that, to change that. So I'm totally fine with LAFC being completely unknown. And I think a Club World Cup spot would probably grow their global recognition a bit more right now. So I'm hoping, but I mean, I think Club America will win that spot. I'm not too concerned. If America loses somehow, it's another discussion. More than anything, we should have gotten Miami's spot. This might be a hot take, but the Club America versus LAFC thing, I can get a bit more than the fact that Miami has one. The fact Miami has one will never sit right for me. And I know it's Messi. It's Messi. Oh my gosh, Messi. We love Messi. They don't deserve it. They don't deserve it, man. Give me a break. Let's see. My grandma's nephew in El Salvador told her that Messi beat the Galaxy thinking we're only the one LA team. That's how it is, bro. Like, I'm telling you, that's how it is. Nobody knows who LAFC are. Nobody knows. They have no sort of global recognition. They think that, oh, maybe Giroud plays for the Galaxy now. Nobody pays attention. Like, it's like, to the average football fan, nobody really pays attention that closely. So yeah, I've heard that a lot before, that similar story. Let's see. I'll check your DM right here, Ant. Let's see. Oh, that's a pretty sick bobblehead that the Angels have. I don't like the Angels, but that's a nice bobblehead. I can't lie to you right there. Yeah, I don't. Angels, yeah, Dodgers all the way, baby. Dodgers all the way. I say that and then I support the Clippers, but whatever. That's a different story. At least we're still in the playoffs, man. Cosmo bobblehead. Let's bring it out. This is all right. Hold on, guys. Let's restart. Let's restart this whole thing. Hold on. Right. Okay, pretend that whole intro happened. I'm joined today by Cosmo. Hello, everyone. This is Talking Galaxy After Hours right now. We are joined by Cosmo for the stream. And am I joining your giveaway? No, I'm not. Sorry, that came off very rude. Cosmo bobblehead right here. It's pretty cool. It's a neat. I like the box more. I almost like the box more than I like the bobblehead. I think this is a really neat box. I also like the ring box. Very iconic. The Galaxy do it right. The actual execution of the giveaways has been God awful. Nuggets in 7. Nah. Yamane has more MLS Cups than Giroud. I mean, Ethan Zubak has more MLS goals than Giroud. In fact, I'm pretty sure Amiro Garces has more MLS or more goals in all competitions than Giroud does. How many points are we getting this month? That's the question I was waiting for. I think we beat Kansas City. I think we lose to the Red Bulls. I think we lose to the Union. So that's 3. Beat LAFC 6. Draw San Diego 7. San Jose. I think we draw San Jose. I'll go 8, and then Real Salt Lake, I think we win 10. 10 points out of an available 21. It doesn't put us in great standing, but I think that's pretty realistic, given the fact that we have 3 and we have some interesting rivalry games coming up. As long as we could, I mean, ideally the format in MLS is you get a point on the road, win your home games, and you're fine. You'll make playoffs. You'll be a very, very good team. Obviously, there's going to be some losses sprinkled in between, but that's the general rule of thumb in MLS if you want to be a successful team. But I think we get 10. I think we get 10 points. We need to step it up at home. It's really surprising to me how much our home fortress is completely fallen into ruins, man. It's never going to sit right. That's never going to make sense to me. The fact that we went from being undefeated at home to winless at home right now. Whatever, bro. Zavaleta, more MLS Cups than Zlatan. Also a factual statement. Kevin Cabral at Dignity Health Sports Park. Last 2 seasons more than Drew. Yeah. We have to exploit the back line. San Jose do. A lot of people are like, oh, San Jose are MLS Cup contenders. Bruce Arena, blah, blah, blah. Great attack. Chicho Arango, Joseph Martinez, he's on fire. Joseph Martinez is one of my favorite all-time MLS players, non-Galaxy. But the defense is pretty much the same. The defense was almost the same as last year. They made investments in other areas, but defense was like the same. And that's why I was a bit hesitant on labeling San Jose as a complete contender this year, because the defense isn't that good, in my opinion. 10 for it to be 1 tie at Sporting Kansas City. JP is going to feast again. Dave Romney. That's a obscure Galaxy names. Let's go back down that rabbit hole. I mean, Matt Lamson. I could go like position by position here. Matt Lamson, Jorge Villafana, Nick DePew. I don't think that's a very crazy name, but Nick DePew. What's another like obscure center back? I'll say Peepo. That's not very obscure, but Rolf Felcher. Rolf Felcher had very good singing. Good night, Sean. Rolf Felcher had a very good singing voice. I can't lie. Fabio Alvarez at Cam. You know what? I kind of rated Fabio Alvarez, but like I used to have stinky ball knowledge, so I rated Fabio Alvarez for his time here. I can't cap with you. So Fabio Alvarez is my nostalgic baller for the Galaxy. I remember his game against the FC Cincinnati. That wingback's name was Jurgen. Are you talking about Jurgen Damm? Oh, Jorgen Skelvik. Jorgen Skelvik. Yeah, Jorgen Skelvik was buns. Carlos Harvey. Emil Cuello. Okay, Carlos Harvey, Emil Cuello, and Fabio Alvarez at Cam. Woo! What a lineup we had brewing back in 2020, man. Or 2019. 2019-ish. You got the wingers. We're gonna go. There was this Cameron Dunbar, Gordon Wild, and right wing. Perry Kitchen's a good shout in there. Right wing Yoni G. Come on, get in, lads. Yoni G. What a guy he was. You know what we should do? We should we should rewatch MLS Cup. We should rewatch MLS Cup right now. I don't know if I might get taken down for this, you know. Should I do that? Should I risk it for the biscuit? Maybe, man. MLS Cup was so hype, man. MLS Cup was so hype. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. We're gonna watch MLS Cup together, guys. Let me screen share this to all of you. I'll live react like I've never watched the game before. We're gonna go through this all together. We're gonna go through. Wait, don't. Am I actually gonna get banned? You have the podcast on Tuesday. Yeah, shoot. Do you think they're gonna snipe me for that? I hope not. I hope. Now y'all got me worried. Now y'all got me worried that I'm about to get sniped. Hey, Brandon, we don't just have a podcast Tuesday. We have a podcast Sunday, by the way. Live podcast once again. Don't forget. That is a thing. It's not worth the risk. Yeah, okay. That's fair. That's fair, but man, that game was just wild, bro. That game was wild. The way it started off, when we scored like 11 minutes in, you could not have told me that we weren't going to score for the rest of the game. Don't get us a strike, goof. Yo, memes, what's up, man? I'm not. I wasn't planning on doing it. Chill. I don't know who told you that I was gonna rewatch that. That was not. I didn't. That was somebody else's suggestion. How do you miss the whole final? I would have like missed my own wedding for MLS Cup. Like if I had a significant other. Anyway, besides the point, May's schedule is it's doable. The end stretch of the schedule is a lot more favorable than the start of it. And if we could pick off a win or two very early on here, I think we'll be in good shape. Roman Alessandrini had such a good run for the Galaxy. First ever Galaxy game I went to was a Roman Alessandrini goal. It was actually a Cali Clasico's Galaxy versus San Jose. Roman Alessandrini 2018, I think, is a 1-0 game where he had the game-winning goal. So, no shot. That's crazy. Yeah, going to the hospital before an MLS Cup. Imagine you wake up and they lost. That would be poverty, man. Alessandrini prime was crazy good. Injuries just hampered his whole career. Is he still kicking ball in China though? Maybe. Van Damme. I never really watched him play. I can't lie. I mean, I know he's a passionate bloke. I've seen that photo of him standing over the San Jose player. He's a passionate guy. Oh, I think Alessandrini retired like last year. I hope he's doing well. He got the bag in China before he retired. I can't even blame him. Emiliano Insua. Another good name. What was your guys' first Galaxy game? We got Brandon with the Galaxy 2-1 win over the Columbus Crew in 2015. I like the old Columbus Crew logo. Vato's first game was a 2-2 draw with Dallas when I was like 10 months old. That's wild. Oh man, I'm surprised they weren't the Dallas Burn. That's a blast in the past. Let's see. What's up? What else is here? My first game was 4-3 LAFC. No way. No, I'm so jealous I never got to see that game in person. That's like my biggest regret is never seeing that game. Like if I'd have became a Galaxy fan like a bit before, you know what the crazy thing is that I wasn't like into the Galaxy at that time. Like I was like I wasn't really, I didn't really know much about Major League Soccer at all. But my parents were like, there's the Galaxy LAFC game is on. And I was about to go to my soccer game. And they're like, the Galaxy LAFC game is on. Like, do you want to watch it? And I was like, what's the score? And they're like, it's 3-0 LAFC. And I was like, it's over. I was like, it's over anyway. And that's my first memory of it, was the fact that my I thought it was I thought it was over. I didn't really care about MLS at the time. I just thought it was over. I'm a newer Galaxy fan, if you guys can't tell. I mean, I first had season tickets in 2019 when I became like passionate bloke. Yeah, to feel that energy in person, man. This Seattle game was very emotional because it was like we did it. You knew then and there that this team, even with Ricky out, you knew they were gonna do it for Ricky. Like, you didn't want to say it because you didn't want to say it and then speak a loss into existence, but deep down everyone knew we had that MLS Cup, even though there was some shaky moments. Like Forsberg had a really good chance. That was the one thing that made me skeptical when it was 2-0. I was like, there's no way the Red Bulls are just gonna lay on their back. But canceling in 2024 is, hold on. Let me show you what canceling in 2024 is. Let me okay, hold on. Okay. This is exactly what happens when you cancel your season tickets in the big 2024. Let me show you what this was. This was you, bro. Oh, is it just not gonna download that picture? Are we just not doing that? Okay. There's a lot of background work that goes into this podcast that I don't even, it's okay. I don't know. I don't want to describe a meme though. Hold on. Let me screenshot this, low-key. By the way, if you're tuning in, like the stream. And by the way, if you guys have not turned on bell notifications, please, if I could ask one thing tonight, it'd be that you turn on bell notifications. Please, bro. Bell notifications, as soon as we go live, you'll get a notification. And that's just, I love that. I need that. And if you can, maybe I'm asking too much now, but this was you, bro. This is what canceling your season tickets in 2024 does to a fella. This is it right here. This was Gooch in the chat. This is you, buddy. I would have been in shambles if I canceled my season tickets in 2024. A lot of people did though, because of the protests in 2023. But I'm afraid that this is you, and that whoever took your whoever took your seats. That's and bro. Please tell me they did my brother Cosmo wrong. This is a replica. No stars. No Adidas badge. This is Cosmo. This is a Cosmo bobblehead. Where are the stars? Where's the Adidas logo? Why are we doing them with the replica? Let's see. Not that I gave up on the team, but I would barely go to the games because of outside stuff. Oh, that makes sense. Okay. All right. I'll take that down then. Anyway, back to the schedule. I took a seat. Yeah, you took a seat. And took your seats, man. That's, hey, you should hopefully you're in a spot where you're able to get them back. I mean, this season, could you imagine you missed the one MLS Cup season and you're like, all right, I'm gonna renew next year, and you renew and it's this? You might be the issue. Sorry. So, okay, good boy. You know what? Whatever, bro. I paid $300 for my 2 tickets and parking pass for MLS Cup. Yeah, I mean, back when the Rose Bowl game was in its prime, dude, like that would almost automatically make up your whole season tickets. That would, like, I didn't sell those games because I had to go. I like those games. That record-breaking Rose Bowl game was one of the craziest experiences I've seen in my. I sat field side for that match. I went field side for the Rose Bowl game in 2023. Ricky winked at me because he was there, and I was like, Ricky, obviously louder, but I was like shouting for Ricky, And he like looks back. One of the LAFC players is injured. He like looks back and just winks at me with that little Disney smile. Gosh, I love him. And then Klinsmann, when he got subbed in second half, launched a ball out of bounds, and I leaped up out of my seat, ran all the way down the field side aisle, and caught that ball. That being said, Rose Bowl traffic, dude. For the 4th of July game, I'm okay with it not being on 4th of July. Like, that kind of sucks. That kind of took away a lot of excitement from it, was the fact that I had to leave. I had to leave. If you don't leave the Rose Bowl, as soon as that match ends, you'll be in traffic for hours. I'm good. Yeah, I'm chilling. I'm chilling with that, bro. Ducks and Angels. Anaheim's not that far though. I'm not. I don't like either one of those teams, but yeah, I mean, dude, I love Ricky. He's a little Energizer bunny on the field too. There's what can't he do? I hope for his sake he goes back to Europe one day, but I don't know. I just have this feeling that he'll end up becoming an MLS lifer, low key. So Madrid, AC Milan was 2 hours of traffic and bad reception. Yeah, I don't like the Rose Bowl. I was gonna go there for a USC UCLA game, and we waited like 2 hours in traffic. Finally got into the stadium to park, and they navigated us out of the stadium, and we're just like, we're leaving, it's over. So that is exactly what we did. Freaky Pooj AI said he'd be silent. He did. That freak. By the way, if you haven't checked out the Freaky Pooj AI, please do. Galaxy_Buzz, by the way, if you don't know who I am, that's me. Galaxy_Buzz on Instagram. If you look at my profile, there's the Freaky Pooj. Is it not attached? Where did it go? Wait, why is Freaky Pooj not in my Instagram bio? It used to be in my Instagram bio. That's weird. I removed the JP song. I can create a group chat with Freaky Pooj. That's crazy. Yeah, no, the golf courses are terrible. That's where I was stuck for the Rose Bowl game, bro. It was absolute tragedy. Okay, so I could share the Freaky Pooj AI, but I can't. My phone's almost dead. I can't do much with it. I can't do much more with it. Let's get some questions in. I'll go for a bit longer here. I'm actually my voice is getting a little sore. I think I need some water and rest. So we'll go for a little bit, but drop some questions. Yeah. Can we get a moment of silence real quick for the Freaky Pooj account? All right, let's go. Come on. That was beautiful. Rest in peace, Freaky Pooj. Rest in peace, Freaky Pooj. I mean, everyone will miss that account, surely. I mean, who has the best RAM Galaxy meme account? Galaxy Memes. And Galaxy Memes and I don't know if I can say this. I'm gonna say Shite Post. Shite Post is another really, really good one. So what's the most winnable game? If we don't, I mean, RSL is kind of in between San Jose. That's like the third game. It should be RSL. If we don't beat RSL, wrap it up. Wrap it up in a bow tie, and we're out of here. It's not going to be a good season. 2016, Gio Dos Santos or Dejan Joveljic? Dejan Joveljic. I know Gio Dos Santos in 2016 was a beast, but Dejan Joveljic is a club legend. So, and he was up there in the goal scoring charts. I think if Deion would have stayed one more year, he would have been really up there. Is Sean okay? I think so. I hope so. We need a welfare check. I mean, Arsenal aren't out. I think it's going to be very difficult for them to come back against PSG, but they're not out by any means. I could still see them. There is a live watch along Sunday. I'm glad you brought that up. Sunday at 3:55 p.m., we will be starting a live watch along. So make sure you tune in for that. Turn on post notifications now. You see that little bell. I know there's a bell below this. Click on the bell and let's get it running. Worship LA Galaxy. Yeah, that's another good one. That's another good account. Shout out Worship LA Galaxy. Shout out Brandon. Who is Beppis and why did he say his sacrifice? Beppis was he actually won one of my giveaways. But he passed out at the Lars tailgate and he had to go to the hospital and he missed the MLS Cup even though he had tickets for it. And they said that he was sacrificed for us to win MLS Cup. Yeah, I don't know. I've love for almost every single Galaxy account that there is out there. Nothing but love. Is there live? Oh, yeah, we already went over that. Diego Luna owns us for sure. Diego Luna had a really good game against us. I don't know. I'm not a huge Diego Luna fan. Ricky Poosh sweatpants best one for real. I don't even know about that account. Yeah, there's an interesting story behind Beppis right there. Can we play JT? Nah. JT, I'd be surprised if you see JT play a single minute for the Galaxy this year, maybe outside Leagues Cup. Unless something were to happen to John McCarthy and JT or in Novak Mitrovic. I think maybe one of the goalkeepers gets offloaded though. That could definitely be a possibility. 2014 versus 2024 LA Galaxy. Who wins? 2024 LA Galaxy. I'll go one further. I think the only team that is able to beat 2024 LA Galaxy is 2011 LA Galaxy. I think that's the only team. Novak leaves after the season, quite potentially in the summer, honestly. I could definitely see that being the case. I could definitely see that being the case. Will Kuntz did say that we will be creating cap space and basically alluded to the fact that we will be making a move in the summer. But yeah, I mean, he had his run. He had his time. He had his chance as the starter. It didn't happen. Timing didn't work out. Didn't really impress anybody. I'm okay with moving on from him, but I'm also here for a redemption story if that's what it's all about. But I think a lot of fans lost trust with him from the Leagues Cup little meltdown that he had last year. But I kind of sympathize with him a little bit last year because I was like, he was in really good form. But how did the whole Talking Galaxy podcast come about? Whose idea was it? I don't think it was mine originally. It might have been Griffin's. It might have been Griffin's idea to start a Galaxy podcast. And we're kind of talking because we already had a Galaxy content creators group chat. And we're like, who's down for this? And, everyone who's on the podcast said that, yeah, I'm down for it. The only person who is supposed to also be on is Jody, but he hasn't made it. He hasn't made it to be here yet. So, and from there, am I wrong? Who thought of the idea? Was it me? I know initially the thing was Griffin was supposed to be like the guy who kind of like runs everything podcast related, and he runs the Instagram account, but he's a bit too busy to be there every single podcast. When will Galaxy Times return? That it was Meme's idea. Really? Wait. Is this memes? Is this memes on the Talking Galaxy account? When will Galaxy Times return? I'm not sure. Hello, Galaxy Shite Post. Then I told Griffin privately and it reached out to everyone. See, there's lore that I don't even know that I'm not even involved in. So I mean, you guys are getting. I'm down to have Central on, as I'm down to have LA Galaxy Central on, as long as Galaxy memes and Matt are on at the same time. That'd be pure cinema. Talking Galaxy podcast. Central collab though, it could be in the works. You never know. That if I speak, I'm in very big trouble. If I speak. What jersey am I wearing? Sunderland. This is Sunderland. I'm wearing an Ekwa jersey. He plays in the second division of France now, or maybe first, but he plays in this random French club. I was told that he's going to end up being good. I love him though. Whatever. That's one of my little players that nobody really knows. Shout out Pierre Ekwa. Daily Galaxy sacrificed his whole account for the pod. He did. Shout out Griffin for that. He did not have to do that. I think that helped bring traction to it, honestly. He had low-key one of the most underrated Galaxy accounts in the whole community. Or separate accounts to keep it alive. He didn't want to do that, by the way. Nobody forced him to convert his account to the Talking Galaxy podcast. That was all on himself. That was all his own decision. He actually encouraged it from our perspective. So that was a rebrand that he wanted to take initiative of. But he was originally supposed to be like the face of the Talking Galaxy podcast, and now Sean is. But let's see. I'm gonna have a pen in my pen. I'm gonna look sharp right now. I'm gonna have a pen in my ear. It's absolutely late night hours. I don't know how much more I have in me. My throat's killing me right now. Yeah. By the way, if you haven't already, follow Talking Galaxy Instagram account. He'll repost. And if you're exclusively looking for when the live pods are going to happen, a preview of what we're going to be going over, it's all on the Talking Galaxy account. We plan to release content on that account, so stay tuned. Are we? This is news to me. This is welcome news, but this is news to me. Y'all should do Talking Galaxy. I'm down. I would smack every one of you at FIFA. I promise you that. I'm actually goated. Especially at pro clubs. Talking Galaxy pro clubs would kind of be fun. We have the Shug Knights, but that's more of like a low-key thing, and it's kind of dead right now. But a FIFA tournament, I'm down. Ultimate Team I haven't really touched this year because I don't know. I'm burnt out of Ultimate Team. I used to really try hard in 21 and 22, and I got like really demotivated by the fact that everyone got the same teams by the end. Y'all been teasing an Eli collab for months. Eli's been edging us. Eli has been properly edging us for months. So whenever he decides to oil up and get on the pod, we will gladly be there for that. I got both the 2024 home and away Galaxy jersey for $40 from Mercari. Really? That's a good deal. Dang. You know what I did? Yesterday I dedicated like the whole day to going to a bunch of Rosses and just trying to see what soccer kits I can get. You know what I ended up with? Nothing. So annoying. Is Liga G still a thing? I hope not. The management, I'm not going to speak on that league. I'm sorry. The management was questionable by the people who ran it. Oil or not, we will be there. Never mind. Yeah, I mean, any more questions you guys got? Let's have a chat. Let's have a chat. I used to play in Liga G, actually. I had my own league. I had my own Xbox league for a bit called Liga Galaxia. But I ran that when I was 14 years old. When I was a little freshman in high school, I ran that account. And or I ran the whole freaking league. I ran the whole league when I was 14 years old. And I thought in my mind, I was like, you know what would gain me a little more respect, saying that I'm 16 years old. So I told everyone I was 16, but it's very clear I hadn't hit puberty yet. So I was still like a squeaker. I was like, I was a crazy squeaker. But we had like 100 people in the league. I love Galaxy fans. All right. I love Galaxy fans, but some of y'all were not you guys, but some people in that league were grown men, like acting crazy towards me, and talking really weird and threatening me and stuff of that nature. It's just like I know damn well you got better things to do. Back in my Twitter days, you know what? There was a little Twitter account called Clash Trends that just shook. Clash Trends and Cabral's son were the goats of the Galaxy Twitter community. Wasn't there a team called Star Lords? There was. That's the team that won it 3 times in a row. My team, I also captained the team. That was Cosmo SC. Y'all need to do an episode with a segment on what got y'all into content creation. That's a very good point. Honestly, if you bring that up next podcast on Tuesday, I'm down to go over that. I'm not sure what we're gonna have. I know Tabbers. I know Galaxy Runs LA is not gonna be on for a little bit because his soccer schedule got changed. So he might not be able to make Tuesdays for a little bit. He will be doing most of the live watch alongs that he's able to do though. So he'll still be around for sure. What got me into content creation? I've always been a little innovator within the Galaxy community ever since I was, like I said, 14 years old. So Liga Galaxia, running that league, commissioning that league was a huge project for me to take hold of. But I was a freshman in quarantine and I had nothing better to do. We would literally read Romeo and Juliet every day, and I would sit up on my computer, turn my camera off, and go straight over to the video games, and I would just play. I would just play FIFA. I did not care about Romeo and Juliet. But I ran the league. That was honestly, it was fun. It was fun at its peak. It was pretty cool, but I've always been around ever since I was 14 years old. There's a lot of people who are young in the Galaxy fan base. One thing I've noticed that we have a pretty young fan base. A lot of people like Galaxy, like the stereotype I've seen from LAFC fans is that like Galaxy fans are like old folks. Like most of our fan base is young. Like look at most of our content creators. Galaxy Runs LA is a similar age to me as Griffin is to me, as Galaxy Runs LA, or as Galaxy News 101 is to me. Dapper Jack's like the same age as I was when I started. Worship LA Galaxy, like everyone in this fan base, there's a big appeal for young people in the Galaxy fan base, I've noticed. And that even comes into when Griffin is the oldest. But that even like comes into the fact like how I run Galaxy Buzz. I don't run it a traditional way. I run it pretty modern. Like we'll post memes and like I'll post memes and stuff. You could tell there's a connection towards like the younger audience that I target because I am young. That's the humor that I've been used to my whole life. Is that, like kind of unfiltered, just out there stuff where sometimes like, there'll be like older people who follow the account too. That is like, what does this mean? And I understand that. That's fair. But I know it is like just kind of how I run my accounts. The fact that I like to run it, with a bit more of an appeal towards young people in some of the content creation ways. And when it came to this, when I heard of the idea, I was like, shoot. The only thing I wanted to avoid was being like the stereotypical podcast guy. I've seen those TikToks and I'm like, gosh, if I become one of those people, just put me out of my misery. Cause like there will be people like doing podcasts being like talking about being like I'm a high value man. Like just like I'll see the TikToks of that and I'll just be like, I that was the stereotype I was trying to avoid. I was trying to avoid that stereotype so much. So like the idea of a podcast kind of scared me a little, but I was like, we could have our own spin on it. I was like, we could have our own spin on it. We could do our own thing with it. And Corner of the Galaxy, best Galaxy podcast in the business. That I have to pay respect where it's due. That's I unfortunately, when I started this podcast, I haven't listened to Corner of the Galaxy since. With no disrespect to Josh Guessman, it's a great podcast. I recommend it to anybody. But just for the fact that I like to keep my ideas like fresh and original, is the fact that like I tend to like to formulate my own thoughts on it, and not hear other people's thoughts and opinions. I'm not on Twitter anymore. So that is a Sunderland kit, by the way. But yeah, no, so many of the creators in the Galaxy community are young. And I was like, we could really put our own twist on this podcast. Corner of the Galaxy, really good. They have like their very core fan base, their very core group of people that they stick with. And it stuck with me growing up. I really like it. I really like it, but I just I wanted to take a bit different approach with this podcast. If you notice, we don't have the same style as the other Galaxy podcasts. We run a similar length to Corner of the Galaxy. But we definitely are very like I'm very inspired by the way that Josh Guessman just does it so flawlessly. But we kind of take, I feel like, a bit more of like a modern approach with it, and even the introduction of people like Galaxy Memes does a fantastic job at like freshening it up and providing another voice and a bit of a humor element to it that maybe you don't have. There's some like inside jokes if you pay attention to the podcast close enough. Even like these displays, most podcasts are just like this. It would just be me talking to you like this for the whole time. There's nothing wrong with that. By the way, if we could get the StreamYard thing out of the way, that'd be class. But most podcasts are just like this. I like to have visual representations, and I don't like my whole like face to just be everywhere. Like I like it to be in a small little window space like this. So yeah, Sean is very young. Like Sean is very young. He keeps his composure very well. He has a lot of very good attributes to him. And yeah, Memes has really good ball knowledge. I don't think I expected that either. A lot of these guys on the podcast like have really good insight. And I appreciate that a lot. We need to start taking calls. I'm not sure how to set that up without giving out my personal. Like, if I didn't have to get, like, I need like a burner phone or something. Who's the youngest on the pod? That would be Sean. No Diddy. But yeah, I don't know. Corner of the Galaxy ended that since 2020. Yeah, I'd be down. I would just need a burner phone, and I would like to avoid the scenario where you get people like troll calling, because that would be a bit annoying. And that would definitely happen. I know people for sure who would troll call, because if you notice in the comments, we have there's definitely people who would do that. Not to say any names, but there's a group of people that would be likely to prank call or whatever. So I don't know. I'm a bit weary of it, but I'm open to it. I'm open to it for sure. I think that'd be cool. I like reading the chats a lot. I mean, that's another thing we do. I like to take 2 breaks in between, in the middle and at the end, to check chats. and catch up with people. And we'll do it as the stream goes along too, but like 2 designated periods of time to just field questions and just get people's insights and input. It could be a real good conversation starter. They also use StreamYard. Okay. Yeah, I'll look into it. I'll talk to some people about that. Hey, almost happy birthday, Brandon. Almost happy birthday. We'll get there. 20 clubs crazy. Oh shoot, I'm gonna be 20 next year. No, that doesn't sit right. But that doesn't sit right. The fact that I'm gonna be in my 20s too. Yeah, I'm 19. I'm 19 right now, but that, yeah, not great. We've been going for an hour here. Shout out everyone. It's almost 1 a.m. It's almost 1 a.m. right now. Yeah, Eli on Instagram and Twitter is very good. I do appreciate all the content he does. He's such a huge creator in the MLS community. I hope he does crazy good things, and it's cool to see that he's rooted in the Galaxy, honestly. Because he's becoming more like, he's collabing with the Bundesliga, but like you think of him as that Galaxy guy. He's like the Galaxy guy. That's like who he represents and stuff. I love Eli. He's such a humble and like down to earth guy. Like for somebody of his following, you see a lot of people where it's like you break like 10K followers or whatever, and they don't know how to act anymore. Like Eli's at like pushing 70K, and he's as humble as can be. Really, really set the, standard for how you should act. Eli's super easy to get a hold of. Great personality, lovely guy. I can't wait to have him on the podcast when that happens eventually. He does edit his video super fast. I like it a lot. He has that TikTok style of always. I like how he starts the video with like a question, and then it comes like full circle. I always think that's unique. I think that's cool. I hope Eli gets his break. Yeah, I think he will. Man. I feel like if anyone's bound to get their break in the MLS community, it's him. He's poised for it. And then collabing with the Bundesliga is great to have on a resume too. As long as he makes those connections, he'll be fine. Yeah, Thomas Muller to MLS? Not as crazy as you'd think. And then he'll like blab about Thomas Muller, and then he'll be like, and that's why, and then it cuts off. And then I'll replay and be like, Thomas Muller coming to MLS. Yeah, I love it. The content creator inputs the greatest amount of grinding into his content. Yeah, no, Eli for sure. He deserves it. He deserves to go very big in the. He definitely deserves it all. Yeah, perfect loops, dude. Wait, is this pen? This isn't my pen. Where did I get this from? Oh, I was like, how do I start this pen? I'll take this one though. This is my pen. I finished all my schoolwork, so I'm chilling right now. We're all gonna celebrate when he's an official pundit for MLS. Yeah, that'd be sick. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I guess I get the point where people could be like, oh, his content's a little corny or whatever, but like, I love it, man. I love it. That's our guy. I'll fully back Eli until the very end. Like he's our guy. I mean, maybe his older content, but he's done really good. He's done really good, especially recently, as making his content really enjoyable and entertaining. So yeah. They pull his oil up video. Yeah, that might have harmed some chances there. And my voice is almost going out, guys. I don't think I have much more in me tonight, but it's been a ride. It's been an hour, 4 minutes. Eli, hello there, buddy. Hello there, man. We were just talking about you. What a nice time to tap in. When are we gonna have you on the pod, bro? It's gotta happen. We were talking about you. Yeah, we're just if you look at the comments, they're good. I think you walked in on me calling you corny or something. Or how people call you corny or whatever. The Yeah, let's run it, bro. If you can, just reach out to me. I will be down. No. Yeah, the oiling up might have ruined your chances a little bit, but nah, it was fine. Yeah, we I don't know how to say it without just saying it, but we were glazing you. If you look back a couple minutes, we were going on a little tangent on how we hope you make your big breakthrough in the MLS community. So you could definitely rewatch that. I live on the edge. Yeah, not for sure, man. That is a really funny time to tune in. That's comedic. Yeah, anytime, bro. It'd be a pleasure to have you on. Have a good night, bro. Have a good night. Um, I think that's it for me. If Eli's gone, I'm gone. No, I'm just playing. I think that's about it for me. Thanks for popping in, tapping in for a little bit. I don't know if I'll ever do this again. Maybe I'll do it. Maybe I'll do it tomorrow. Who knows? This is just a really spontaneous thing that I did. I got the approval from everyone before I did it. But yeah, good night, man. Good night, everyone. Make sure to like and subscribe. More importantly, turn on bell notifications right now, please, so you can always tune in as soon as we're live and peep in. We will be back Sunday, 3:55. 3:55. Do not miss it. We will be there. Clippers in 7, everyone. Clippers in 7.